In our opinion, for innovation to really thrive in the corporate marketplace today, we need to consider a new approach. Let's call that approach Innovation 2.0. Innovation 2.0 is empowering. You want it to be inclusive, so give people a microphone, at least metaphorically, and listen to their ideas. Operate in white space. Don't enter a process with a prefabricated notion or assumption about what's right or wrong. Come with an open mind and explore new ideas, no matter how far out there they may be. Encourage conversation as ideas grow there. Don't interrogate people, as they'll close down and they'll back off. Innovation thrives in community of like-minded, like-spirited people. Encourage the formation of communities and let people talk with each other in them, as well as with you. You'll be surprised as to what you might hear. And finally, one of the more important points for you to consider is engagement needs to be open-ended by sponsoring a truly continuous listening program. Too many people resort to point-in-time efforts with 1.0 thinking, like focus groups, panels, and survey programs, all of which tend to be very snapshot-oriented. It's kind of funny to think about this, but some of today's best ideas did not come from meetings at the office. In fact, many of the big breakthrough ideas that we talk about or read about in journals and magazine profile pieces come from those of us who are out there thinking about our business, our jobs, and the ways we might improve things during quiet times when we're on our own. I know, for example, when I drive to or from work, or travel to a meeting and I have a couple of hours of downtime, or even out walking the dog in the evening, I'll often reflect on the day or a given situation and look for ways to improve them. Like, for example, look at this guy in the slide, in the shower. This, my friends, is today's ideation session. The sister thought, or corollary to this point, is that innovation, in addition to encouraging creative thought from individuals or teams not normally tasked with coming up with ideas, is that innovation also needs to be participatory. People need to feel included as part of a large team or community, and everyone in that community given the opportunity to be heard credibly and with encouragement. Innovation 2.0 thinking is that it's a participatory sport, so to speak. Innovation will foster from grassroots efforts, spur great ideas, and engage people who otherwise might feel disconnected, underappreciated, or worse yet, without a voice. You'd be amazed what people could come up with given the opportunity, and I'd encourage you to give them that chance. So, if we think back to the 6 challenges we discussed back in part 1 of this presentation, but now apply our Innovation 2.0 thinking to it, you'll likely see a very different outcome. You'll no longer have challenges determining good ideas from bad, or frankly getting enough interest in idea sharing that while previously you had a very low yield of suggestions, now you'll have plenty. You'll also enjoy a much faster time to market. Speed counts, and with massively engaged, energized people eager to support your company's interests and contribute to the innovation culture, you'll turbocharge your idea pipeline. You'll also begin to see those silos, or barriers of cooperation begin to crumble, and instead, you'll see people in alignment with shared vision because that vision was created by them cooperatively. Getting there doesn't have to cost a fortune either. Instead, you'll endeavor this journey to an Innovation 2.0 culture in definitive but modest steps, baby steps if you will, and in doing so, you'll be able to prove a continuous return on investment for your efforts, see significant results, and lessen the chances of challenge when asking for budget dollars. And finally, change, while likely frightening, will be a little less so because the business future that we're creating together as a byproduct of everyone's contribution and not just an unelected autocracy. So in summary, my friends, you'll see a remarkable and almost immediate transformation of your business and the most important stakeholders you serve, your customers, your coworkers, and your business partners will be engaged, energized, and helpful in driving that transformation. Now that we have seen a little bit about what Innovation 2.0 thinking can do for your business, let's take a quick look at the tools that will help you get there. Too often, We mistakenly look to technology as the magic panacea that'll act as a cure-all. We've seen that in the times of big ERP or CRM system implementations that cost us hundreds of thousands or even millions, and yet returned almost no clear discernible returns. Or sometimes we believe we need those high-priced strategy consultants from ivory tower firms to swoop in and fix it as if they knew how. Instead, let's look at it a little differently. We feel strongly that the best answer is a little from each, but maybe without the ivory tower part. Forrester Research reported at the beginning part of 2009 that in their opinion you do need both. The best of breed technology or tools, and to tightly couple that with the best possible, most suited, most flexible advisory and mentoring services. It's been our thesis, and frankly the very basis behind LASA Partners, that the marriage between the two is critical. No longer simply a differentiator between vendors competing for your business, but a critical success criteria, and without it, you'll run the risk of your vision falling short of optimal and rendering your stakeholders frustrated, or worse, disenfranchised. Matt Hunter at IDEO, one of the industry's top firms, once shared a top 10 list as if it were a David Letterman top 10 list, but to do with innovation. I think Matt's ideas were well taken, and I wanted to share some of them with you here. Let's take a look at that list, starting with number 1. Innovation culture starts at the top. It's critical that management buy into this program, and without their support, the program can't succeed. Innovation no longer just happens in R&D, but rather it's a team sport. It's participatory, and it's throughout the organization. Innovation is no longer a department, but rather it's everybody's responsibility to be part of that group. You always want to keep your customers at the heart of what you do. Customer centricity is key. Innovation thrives on optimism and trust. People need to band together, work together, trust each other, and see eye to eye. Speed is good. Time to market is critical, and by cooperating with one another in your organization, like the way we described in our Innovation 2.0 thinking, you'll be able to see that speed will be maximized. Innovation has many forms, so be careful how you measure success. Some innovation is iterative, minor improvements on existing process. Some innovation is game-changing. It's that whole spectrum that we talk about, but I wouldn't want you to ignore one for favor of the other. No, as number 9 says, that it's not easy. What we're talking about is challenging work, but the rewards are optimal and clear. And when you're looking at ways to do this, don't fall back on the safety net of a one-size-fits-all solution. Just because something worked for another company, whether in the form of a tool, a service, an approach, a methodology, or what have you, it doesn't mean it will work for you, or vice versa. It's important that you find the solution that fits your company, your needs, and your approach to help drive the success that you're looking for. So friends, that's about it for today. I really wanted to take a moment, however, to say thank you. Thank you for your interest, and thank you for your time. I'm going to put my information on the screen in just a moment of how to reach me. You'll see my email address, direct dial telephone number, as well as website URL. I'm hoping that if you're as interested in this topic as we are, we'll have a chance to meet and have a chance to talk a little bit about your vision and your needs at your company and how we might be able to work together to help achieve success with an Innovation 2.0 strategy. So until then, I hope you have an innovative day. Thank you very much, and take care. We'll speak with you soon.